There's a hair in this. Hey guys, what is up? It is Karen, aka Caked by Baby K, and welcome back to my channel. I know I've been gone for a hot sec, and let's just talk about it. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. I'm so glad that you waited for me. And if you kept up with my stuff, you knew that I would upload every Wednesday and Sunday to my YouTube channel, and that just got a little difficult, to say the least. If you guys know me at all, you know that any content I put out on YouTube or Instagram has to be 100% satisfactory for me before I upload it. It's just not who I am. I hate putting stuff up that I'm not completely happy with, and that's like the creative in me. Like, it has to be perfect. Like, even if there's like one off thing, I have to go back and fix it before I upload it. And with YouTube, it got to the point where I lost the passion and the drive for it because of that set upload schedule. Like, because I had to upload on Wednesday and Sunday, I felt like I had to crank out content for you guys. I felt like I was disappointing you guys if I didn't, and it just ultimately hindered my motivation and my creativity and my overall drive to do it. And I knew I had to take a break when everything I was filming, like, I absolutely hated. I would get so down on myself, and even though it was probably not as bad as I think it was, it just still, like I said, it was the creative in me. Like, I don't put anything out that I'm not 100% happy with. So that is why I took a little break. I think I was off of YouTube for like 2.5 maybe months. A lot has happened in that time, which we will get to in this video. But for my return to YouTube, I'm gonna be doing a Q&A get ready with me. So y'all, I have my hair done already. I'm not gonna lie, my hair is done because I was making a TikTok. I'm not even joking you. If you guys have a TikTok, make sure to follow me on there. I'm starting to get a lot more active, and I really wanna keep at it. I've been kind of like flip-flopping in and out of TikTok, but now I'm like on an on phase, and I'm just super addicted. I think they're so fun, and it's super easy to grow on there. So it's the same as my YouTube, my Instagram, all my socials. It's at cakedbybabyk. I'll put it right here. But yeah, I curled like 2 pieces of hair for a TikTok, and I'm like, well, there's no going back now, so I curled my whole damn head. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into this video. I have a lot to talk about. A lot has happened since I last talked to my YouTube fam, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, we are starting with brows. I'm going in with my 24-hour brow setter and my Precisely My Brow pencil. So this is what we're going to do. I'll probably just name a lot of the products, and if you don't hear me say what a product is, it'll be linked in the description down below for you guys to check out, so don't worry your pretty little heads about that. But yeah, let's talk about what has happened in my life since I took a break from YouTube. So I'm super excited to be back. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably know everything that's happened with me because I'm super active and open on there. A lot of you guys know that I graduated in May, and since then I've been trying to job hunt. I did major in education, but I really feel my passion for that diminishing, and my passion for, social media marketing, all of that stuff that comes with doing YouTube and Instagram. That's where my passion really is nowadays. So with that, I'm trying to look for, jobs in social media marketing, all of that stuff. I haven't been too lucky with the job search, but I know something good is coming my way. I'm just being patient, but I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it's pretty hard. Like, nobody talks about how hard post-grad life is. I'm struggling. But because of that, I have been able to do my own thing on like Instagram. Since I took a break from YouTube, I definitely wanted to still create, so I decided to upload on Instagram 6 out of 7 days a week, which is so totally crazy, and I didn't really decide to do it. It just so happened that like I was uploading and creating content so much that it became 6 out of 7 days a week. And then after I realized, like, I was doing it for like 2 weeks, and then I realized, I was like, oh shoot, like I'm uploading a lot. So I really enjoyed doing it, so that's what I've been doing on Instagram. If you guys don't follow me on there, you definitely should. I post a lot of updates on there, looks, like the whole 9 yards, videos for sure. I love making videos for Instagram. And since I was able to pour all my energy into Instagram, it kind of blew up. Like this beginning of summer, I went from like 2,000, 3,000, and now I'm almost at 12,000, which is crazy. So I've gained close to 10,000 in like 3-4 months. And that all comes from just pouring like my time, effort, energy, creativity into this one like social media platform. Like it's crazy. And that is kind of what inspired my return to YouTube, because all of a sudden I was getting a lot of DMs asking me like, oh, how do you edit your photos? How do you edit your videos? Do you have any tips on like what to buy for oily skin, for dry skin? Like, how do you do that eyeshadow that you're wearing in your pictures? And so that just really, you know, flipped a switch for me. I was like, you know what, I think I need to go back to YouTube, because then I can do like more in-depth reviews, more in-depth tutorials, yada yada yada. And so that's why we're here now. And if you are a new subscriber, don't worry, I'm going to be addressing a lot of the things that you guys are interested in. I did a Q&A on my story, and a lot of people were asking me like how to grow your account, how to get on PR, how to get noticed by brands, yada yada yada. If you want to be in the beauty industry, like I think I'm gonna do like videos on what I've learned in my 3 years doing this. So be on the lookout for that. Press the subscribe button, the notification button, the thumbs up if you are a fan of all that and you want to see more. I've been doing my brows for like 10 minutes, so let's move on. Next, I'm using the Juvia's Place new stick foundation. Guys, let me know in the comments down below if you want me to do a full-on review, which, I mean, I feel like I want to anyway, so really just comment so I can have validation. But spoiler alert, I love this stuff. I got these in PR, which thank you, Juvia's Place. I am so grateful. This is like my first time receiving any foundation in PR, so I'm kind of shook. And I was really skeptical when I was trying this out, because I've reviewed stick foundations on my channel before. I've done the ColourPop one, I've done the Wet n Wild one. I think those are honestly the only ones that I've reviewed. Honestly, I hate stick foundations. They don't sit well in my skin. If you guys don't know, I have oily T-zone and kind of normal to dry, depending on the season, everywhere else, like on my cheeks. And I just don't like stick foundations. They don't sink into my skin, they don't last on me, but this one, let me tell you, I have been wearing this non-stop ever since I got it. I absolutely love this foundation. So please let me know if you guys would like to see a more in-depth review on this foundation. I'd be super happy to do one for you guys. And I am in the shade Brasilia for this one. And I also use other shades to highlight and contour as well. Okay, let's jump into some questions. I did a Q&A on my Instagram stories, so let's bring up the preguntas. I'm going in with the Benefit Cosmetics Cakeless Concealer. I am in the shade 7. I have tried using the Juvia's Place stick foundations to conceal. It just doesn't cover up my eye bag, so that's why I do a different concealer. But let's get into the questions. You should film a YouTube video talking about all the PR you got in the last month. Yes, I have mentioned on my Instagram that I've been getting a lot of PR, which is true. I don't know, I am a really like impatient person, so when I get a package, I immediately open it right up. Like, I am not that type of person who does delayed gratification. Like, I'm an instant gratification type of gal when it comes to PR packages. But if it's something that you guys want to see, like, I'm totally down for it. PR for me, it really just depends on the month. Like, this last month in August was just crazy. Like, I got so many packages, it was insane, and now it's kind of like died down again. I think it just goes in waves and phases because social media is so unpredictable nowadays. But if you guys would like to see that, like, I'm down to try and resist so I can do a month of PR unboxing for you guys. Have you gotten any money from sponsors slash Instagram monetization slash ad rev? So I'm happy to report that I got my very first ad on Instagram that was sponsored by MD Acne. So shout out to them and thank you guys so much. I've been really incorporating some new skincare content into my Instagram, and that is kind of what made me blow up. I think just people love skincare, which, I mean, you should. That's great. I just never expected it to blow my channel up so much. Also, I'm using the shade addis ababa to warm up the face and to contour. But yeah, since I started doing skincare, I've noticed a lot of brands are reaching out to me to create content with them, which I'm absolutely so grateful for. So I am in the process of finalizing a couple of other things, but for the time being, I've only gotten one ad on Instagram, which I'm still like shook to my core. I can't believe that I'm starting to make money off of social media. Like that was like in my wildest dreams when I started that. It wasn't even like in my dreams, like making money was never part of it. I just started my social medias to, you know, share my passion and to teach other people how to do the same stuff that I'm doing. But this, you know, making money is a nice added bonus, so I can't complain, girl. As for, you know, Instagram monetization, I haven't really heard anything about that. I don't really think there is Instagram monetization unless you're like maybe like a super huge celebrity. I could be wrong about that. I just know that a lot of people who make money off of Instagram just do it through like other companies. So it's not Instagram itself, it's like third-party companies who are paying you to advertise their stuff on social media. So that's the only like main thing that I think influencers do on Instagram. On YouTube, however, there is, you know, AdSense. I'm sure you guys know all about that. I personally have not gotten monetized on YouTube yet because I, you know, just took a break, and you have to reach like 4,000 watch hours, which is, you know, crazy. I'm nowhere near that, but I do have 1,000 subscribers. Thank y'all for that. What do you think is helping you grow the fastest? Cause girl, you're popping off. Thank you. Yeah, so like I mentioned before, my Instagram account has been blowing up pretty quickly. It's kind of insane. I definitely think, you know, the skincare videos that I've been doing and videos in general, if you guys are trying to build your Instagram accounts and your Instagram followings, I highly recommend doing Instagram videos, IGTV. Like, take advantage of all the features that Instagram has to offer. Videos for sure have made me blow the F up. Like, I'm not even kidding. And a lot of people will tell me like, oh, I did a couple of videos and they just didn't, you know, they didn't get a lot of views. And that's because like it takes a while for your Instagram to get accustomed to everything that you've been putting out. Like, this is just my opinion. Like, I don't have any facts when it comes to this, but I really think that you can't do just like a couple of videos and they flop and then you just call it a day. Like, I really think you have to keep at it. That's what I did. My first couple videos, they barely got any views. Like, it was really not that great. And then once I started keeping at it and just keeping up consistent content, that's when it just really started to pop off. There's a lot of factors that go into this, and I'm not gonna go too in depth in this video because I'm saving it for, you know, the series that I mentioned. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, definitely videos is what's making me pop off the most, and skincare. So skincare videos, like a combination of the two, woo, people go wild over those. I'm using the ABH loose setting powder. This is in the shade Banana, and I'm using it to bake my face. What is your dream job? For me, I definitely think my dream job would be, you know, influencer, beauty, YouTuber type thing, because, you know, I've been doing it for a while now. Like, it's going into my 3rd year doing Instagram and makeup, you know, for content and content creation. I absolutely love editing, editing photos, editing videos, like the whole 9 yards. I really found a passion in doing that, and, you know, I've heard from people in the industry, like, you've got what it takes. Like, you just gotta really apply yourself and keep at it and be patient. So ultimately, like, that is my dream job. However, I know it takes a really long time to get there, so that's why I'm currently job searching. I am applying mostly to, you know, beauty companies and all that stuff for social media. But I'm open to other places if they'll have me. It's just, you know, beauty is where I feel the most comfortable in, of course. But I'm really hoping to get a job in that department, that sector of a company, because, you know, there's so much you can learn by being on the other side of things. And I'd love to be like a social media manager of a company, but I don't think that's like my dream job. I think, of course, would be to like work for myself and, you know, do this full time, inspire other people. Like, the only reason why I do what I do on Instagram and YouTube is to like inspire creativity in others. I always say that I aspire to inspire people. So I think that's what my dream job would be, even though it's like really similar to, you know, what the rest of my generation is trying to do. I just went in with the Benefit Hoola bronzer. This is in, you know, the original shade, just to set that in place because we are using, you know, cream stick foundations. Next question, how did you get into makeup? So I think I mentioned this on my channel before, but I've always been into makeup. Even when I was younger, I think the first memory I have of playing with makeup is when I was like really young, probably like 3 or 4 years old, and I would constantly, like always, ask my mom to put on her red lipstick. That's where the love of it started. I think I was just, you know, always drawn to it. But I definitely got more into it when I started performing a lot. So I started performing when I was like around 8 years old, and that just like was a constant thing up until high school. I'm going in with the ABH Peachy Love Blush. And with performing, like, you know, comes stage makeup. And that was really the only time I was allowed to wear makeup, was for performances. So, you know, it kind of just came with the territory, which I wasn't mad about. Like, I wanted to wear makeup like really bad. I even remember like in middle school, I would sneak makeup on, and then by the end of the day, like, I'd wash it off and go home because my mom was like, you can't wear makeup to school, you're too young. And so up until high school, being on like dance team and, you know, performing arts, that was really my creative outlet. When I went to college, I stopped, unfortunately. So I do miss it every day of my life. I still sometimes dance, and I am a dance teacher on the side, which is another update. I am actually now a part-time dance teacher on the weekends for a studio. So I'm teaching like 2-year-olds all the way up to 8-year-olds, which is, I love. It's so much fun. I'm going in with the Jackie Aina palette. We're just gonna do like a really light eyeshadow today. It's just gonna be a couple of the brown shades. But yeah, and so like I said, when I went to college, my dancing kind of died down a little bit, and I was really lacking a creative outlet. So I was like, you know what, I'm into makeup. Let's do a makeup Instagram. And the rest is history. What's crazy is that like in high school, and even when I started my makeup account on Instagram, I hated wearing foundation and mascara. Like, that's like the most basic stuff. I never wore it. All right, now we're going to go in with a little bit of the shade Zam on the finger. We're just gonna pop a little bit of shimmer. She's so pretty. This palette has been my go-to palette for this look, just because like the shades in here, so good. Miss Jackie really did the damn thing. Do your parents support your artistic side, YouTube/Instagram? So my parents haven't always supported me doing this. Like, at first they thought it was a really big waste of time and money and effort. An Asian American girl, and coming from an Asian family, like, you guys know the stereotypes. It's always academics first, you know, you do well in school, you get a job, and everything creative is just kind of like pushed to the side. There's somebody mowing the lawn next door. We're just gonna talk through it, sorry guys. I was fortunate enough to have them be supportive when I danced and everything. We aren't really super traditional in that sense, because everything I do, they always supported me. But with this, it just took them a longer amount of time to get on board. What really helped me kind of show them that I can like actually do this as a career was when I went on the Benefit Brow Search, and when I was picked for top 20. That was when they were like, holy crap, like maybe she can actually do something with this. So now, of course, they still want me to get, you know, a regular job, which I do too, so I understand where they're coming from with that. But in addition to me, you know, working another job, or in addition to, you know, the whole job search process, they're pretty supportive. So they've come around in that aspect, but it wasn't always like that. And I've talked to a lot of, you know, other Asian creatives who have gone through the same thing, where, you know, their parents kind of think it's silly, it's kind of like a waste of time. So if you're feeling like that, my DMs are always open if you guys want to talk, or if you guys want to vent, because I've definitely been through it before. It's not an easy road to go down with. And I'm not saying that it's just with, you know, like Asian parents. A lot of parents are like that as well. So if you want to talk about it, my DMs are always open. I went in with the ABH Dewy Set Setting Spray, the best setting spray if you want to melt down powders onto your skin. If it's looking a little bit too dry, the best. And now I'm going in with the ABH So Hollywood Loose Highlight. I feel like I'm using a lot of ABH stuff in this tutorial, but it's fine. This is just what I've been doing. Next question. Do you speak multiple languages? Yes, I do. So I speak English, of course, and I do also speak Cantonese. My parents are from Hong Kong. Let me know if you guys want me to do like a video with my mom where we just talk in Canto, because I'm kind of down for that. I don't know if she would be, but let me know in the comments down below, or thumbs up this video. Have you visited the motherland where your parents are from? So yes, I have, and I'm using the Benefit roller liner for mascara. I have visited Hong Kong just once though. Honestly, it was amazing. I loved it. My mom was really concerned because I am pretty, you know, Americanized. We grew up here. And so my mom was a little bit worried about how I'd, you know, function in a place like Hong Kong. It's so different than America. I just had like a brush hair or an eyelash on my face. That was like, I think 2 years ago. Was it 2? Maybe it was 3. No, I think it was 3 years ago now. Next question. Do you see yourself being an influencer for the rest of your life? So that really depends. That kind of goes into, you know, like the whole dream job question. To be honest, I'm not really sure if I could do it for the rest of my life. I don't know. I feel like that's not really something that I can answer right away. It is a really emotionally trying and taxing job because you work for yourself, and like this is something that not a lot of people really think about, but you are your own boss. And while that may sound amazing, it's actually really, really difficult. And every influencer you ask will say the same thing. You gotta make your own time, you gotta make your own schedule. It's kind of like that situation where you can work out at home. It's difficult because you can literally just like go into the next room and go to bed. And you can just be lazy whenever you want because you work for yourself, you know, because you're working out at home. However, like if you go to an office to work, or if you go to the gym to work out, like that's the kick in the butt that you need to actually get stuff done. So it is really difficult in that sense. And being a creative, like I said, I'm really picky about the stuff that I put out. That's emotionally taxing as well. So to answer your question, I don't really know. Like that's such a loaded question. And you guys know that I never set out to do this like full time. It just kind of landed in my lap that way because now I can't find a job. Next question. Also, I just popped on some Viaco lashes in the style Nina. These are my absolute favorite lashes. They are so wispy, so natural. They look like eyelash extensions. Everybody, when I wear these, is always like, what lashes are you wearing? Or are you wearing extensions? And I'm always like, girl, these, and they're so affordable. So I will link them down below in the description as well. We're gonna move on to the lips, and I think that's the last part of this Get Ready With Me, but I have like a bunch more questions, so bear with me please. Would you rather have an easy, stable job but not love it, or a difficult job but love it? Difficult job but love it all the way. Holy grail brushes and tools for makeup. Just off the top of my head, City Color cosmetic brushes are amazing, like chef's kiss. They're awesome, affordable. I use them every single day. Sponges, definitely the e.l.f. Total Face Sponge. They're so soft, so affordable, only $4. I use this to put powder all over my face today, so definitely one of my everyday favorites. And I also have a video on my favorite brushes and tools somewhere on my profile. I will link it in the eye above or in the description down below. It's a little bit outdated, so maybe I should do an updated one for you guys. So let me know if you guys want to see that. Next question. I am using the Morphe lip liner. This is in the shade Studded. And now I'm going in with the ABH gloss. This is in the shade Toffee. It's one of my favorite glosses at the moment. It's so pretty. How old are you? I am 22, so if you guys didn't know that, now you know. How to stay consistent when it's easy to get discouraged? How do you do it? Honestly, girl, I really get down on myself a lot. It's really hard to stay consistent, but whenever I have, you know, bursts of motivation. I'll be motivated for an entire week. I only want to create content. Like I don't want to do anything else. Like when I'm super, super motivated, that's when I crank out a lot of my looks. And I really try to take advantage of the time that I do want to be consistent, and then I'll space it out for posts. And so even when I'm not really feeling like creative or anything, I'll still have stuff to post. So that's really how you stay consistent with posting. With motivation, it happens to everybody. It comes and goes. It happens to me for sure. It definitely sucks, but I've kind of figured out that strategy to keep my posting schedule consistent. So definitely take advantage of the times that you are feeling very creative, because it comes in handy. Next question, do you use your phone for content at all? And if so, what phone do you recommend? I honestly don't use my phone for content. When I started my Instagram, I bought the camera that I have right now, which is the Canon EOS Rebel T5i. It is a DSLR. Honestly though, you can totally use your phones for content. I say that all the time. You don't have to have a fancy camera to have a successful page. I know a lot of people who just take pictures with their iPhones. iPhone cameras are awesome. Just use the back camera because it picks up a lot more detail. I'm not really sure about Android phones, and this gardener right now. My neighbors have their gardeners over right now and it's just so loud. I'm sorry. I can't really speak much about Androids because I don't really have experience with them, but I would say just do your research. Go on YouTube and look at the content people have filmed with their phones. There are a lot of tech people on YouTube who share their knowledge. Tech people on YouTube are awesome. They go so in depth with everything. They're so knowledgeable. Like that's how I've learned the majority of my editing stuff, is just watching tech tutorials on YouTube. Definitely check it out. And that is the end of my little Q&A. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Welcome back to my... Are y'all serious? Anyways, I'm so excited to be back, and with that being said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, thumbs up, all that good, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye! I swear, this gardener!